Good morning, everyone. Good morning, birds. Just let me turn up the brightness. As you can see, the sun is finally peeking through the curtains. Insomnia, she is real. I have been awake since 3:30 this morning. Hubby's been up and made breakfast, done the dishes, and left for work. It's amazing the difference a good night's sleep can make to a person's energy levels. I had 2 nights in a row of insomnia. The night before last, I went to sleep about 11:30. I was awake at 1:30 until 4 o'clock, and I dozed until about 8. So tonight I've been awake since 3:30. I came out here on the couch. I couldn't. The night before last, I stayed in bed. I tried to go back to sleep, but I just every 5 minutes. Is it time? Can't get up yet. What time is it? I played that game, the peekaboo game with the clock. Today I just wasn't having any of that. So I got up and put my pillow out and my comfy blankie and got on the computer and just watched a whole lot of stuff. It's bright. Oh God, it's bright. And I just lay there waiting for the sun to rise. Good news is I didn't have any anxious thoughts like I used to. I used to lay here stewing in my own anxious juices or in bed. It was just horrible. So now, sorry. I'm trying to get up energy to go get breakfast. Starting to feel hungry, but not hungry enough to get out of this nice warm cocoon I've made for myself on the couch. But this is what makes it hard during the day because I don't get any sleep overnight. And oftentimes my napping ability just disappears too for some reason. It's like my brain says, you will not sleep. You shall not pass into dreamland. It's like, I'm so tired this morning. So, wish me luck for the day. Good news is I've found some new vloggers that I'm watching and enjoying. Some crafty ones and some other ones that are nice. So that helps pass the time. Especially in the middle of the night when you just want to watch something nice and pleasant and someone who's interesting to listen to. Like a moth, I'm mesmerised by the light. Yeah, okay, enough of babbling. I'm going to get up and see if I can get some breakfast and then scurry back to my little warm hidey hole here on the couch. Getting dressed to be the next challenge. Could be a pajama day. We'll see. That's how sleep wave. I've still got my breathe rate strip on. I forgot to take it off. Oh well. It helps with my sleep apnea, so I can't wear the mask. Like my body doesn't fit with any of them. I've tried them all, so I'm left with a little teeny tiny breathe rate strip. That helps me breathe overnight. And a wedge on the bed, like a foam wedge. It's better than laying flat, so my back misses laying flat, but it is what I have to do. So okay, breakfast. What do I even want for breakfast? Don't want a shake. Don't want toast. Don't make Gino? No, I think I gave up. Disgust. I was hungry about an hour and a half ago, and I'm not having breakfast that early in the morning. I don't need to get up or go to work or anything. I'm not having breakfast that early. Oh God, 8 o'clock. How can you 8 o'clock already? Anyway, time for me to go. See if I can find something to eat. Alright, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Okay, I'm up. It's cold. It's really cold. But that's annoying me. I decided to try a bit of a Frankenstein's monster experiment today. I've got some Greek yogurt, some lactose-free Greek yogurt, because that's what my daughter needs. So we just all eat that. It's easier to not mix things up. I've got a scoop of the Lady Shake vanilla in there with it, and a half serving of the granola. I can't eat the full serving. It's just too much, too filling. Makes me feel sick. It's that filling. So I've kind of mixed it all up into this weird. I think it's the powder that's solidifying and gelling it together, thickening it, I guess is the word. And I thought, because that's so creamy, I've got a herbal tea this morning, lemon and ginger, to help combat this, but to also go with the warming spices with the ginger should go well with the vanilla and the coconut in the granola. So I'm giving this a try to see if I can find a way to make that Lady Shake a bit more palatable. Even if it's only half a serve in here, and then I only have to drink the other half a serve later for morning tea or something. Or just have half a serve every day to last longer. But yeah, I was all excited to try this. I thought it looked pretty in the bowl and the granola on top, and it mixed really well. But now, the longer it's sitting, the thicker it's getting. Now it resembles ice cream, like a really chunky ice cream. It's that thick. Too sick. Oh boy, too sick. But I think we may have a winner. Because now it tastes like vanilla yogurt. And the sweeteners aren't so bad, they're hidden by the granola. I suppose I could thin this out with a bit of almond milk too if I wanted. That's not bad. Certainly a place to start. So maybe I can add my fruit to the shake. Especially in summer when berries and stuff are in season. But mandarin's a bit hard to put to a shake. That wouldn't be very nice. Yeah, this is actually palatable. I think I'll try it again. I wonder what it'd be like with the chocolate too. That'd be different. So I guess on those mornings I want a sweet cereal, sweet breakfast, I can give this a go. I don't know. We're on a roll. I'm up. I'm dressed. I'm eating breakfast. Not bad for PMDD day. Let's see if I can get my steps in for the day. Alright, I'm going to finish this. Catch you later. Bye. Well, This looks like it's shaping up to be a PMDD version of what I eat in a day. I'm ravenous. That breakfast did not last long. It lasted me about 2 and a bit hours. I'm freezing cold, but I can't wear my hoodie at the moment because I've got the soup again, the taco soup. And what I've done, this bowl is now full to here. I've done a double portion of the soup. I've added in some extra chili. I'm salivating, sorry. Now, what this is going to do, swipe my taste buds. I also have a quesadilla again. I have a full quesadilla this time with double cheese. No banana, no mandarin. I don't want any of that today. My body wants takeaway food. It wants pizza, fish and chips, souvlaki, Thai food, all the yummy, tasty things, Japanese food, anything, everything that is tasty, it wants me to shove into my gullet. So, thus, the double portion of soup and the double portion of quesadilla to give me that carb and fat and flavour hit that I want. This is what I've been learning to do for months now, about 12 months. Not always successful, but this is what my body wants. It wants volume. Most people who menstruate can understand, I assume, premenstrual cravings. Dial it up, dial it up, dial it up, dial it up. Dial it right up, all the way up, and that's what I have. So it's not an option of I just don't eat. Try something different, do something healthy. I don't want the healthy things. I want the carbolicious, flavorful stuff. Oh, spicy! I've got a big chunk of chili in that one. Ooh. And this, the texture, chewy, bit crunchy, reminds my body of like fish and chips. Doughy, fluffy, yet crunchy. And if I really want to, I'm going to put some salt on it to give me that hit. The soup, it's delicious, but it's also that rich flavour that takeaway food gives. And if I don't finish this portion, it's okay. If you want more, that's okay too. It's still better than eating a whole pizza, than eating a whole fish and chip order, than eating multiple dishes of takeaway food. Oh, excuse me. And hopefully the volume will satisfy that too. Like, it's a lot of soup. I've even put a little bit more water in, so it's extra volume. Still heaps of filling in there. It's a nice thick soup, as you can see. But at this point, my stomach wants to be full. And I've trained it to accept fullness. Doesn't matter what it's full. It used to have to be full of takeaway food. This isn't easy. I wanted to eat half a loaf of bread with this soup. I just chuck in half a loaf of bread. But I went for the quesadilla. And I'm hoping that talking to you while I'm eating it will help. Because it's getting that food in for that initial hunger without me shoveling it in and my brain taking a while to catch up. It's an interesting contrast between the soup and the quesadilla. I didn't realise how plain quesadillas. I'd never taken the time to actually just slow down and taste the actual quesadilla. Even the cheese is interesting. It's flavourful and gummy without being greasy. So maybe if I'm missing the greasy kick that the takeaway food gives, maybe I can put a little bit of margarine on it or some oil in the pan next time. If this doesn't work, this one, I can try different things. But the aim of the game is to not eat till I feel sick. Or if I do eat till I feel sick, at least on food that is better for me than an absolute mountain of takeaway food. I breathed in the chili again. Why do I keep doing that? I don't know how much of this clip I'll use, but I'm trying to learn something as I'm eating. Yeah, so I've got the urge to shovel now, so I need to slow down. Interestingly, I like the quesadilla, but I think by adding the water, I thinned it out, so it's thin enough that my body's going, this is suspicious. So I unearthed the half quesadilla with some bread, slice of bread put in instead of the slice of quesadilla, which won't absorb any of the liquid. Maybe next time, the quesadilla, half quesadilla, with a slice of bread in the soup to soak it up like a dumpling. That nice smushy texture you get. The bulky feeling might work better. Because I'm getting the urge to just tip it down. Now I can't do that, but I've got the urge to just shovel it in as fast as I can. And if I hadn't had the yogurt this morning with the granola, would have probably put something here too for a nice creamy texture. So it's all about flavour and texture and fullness and satiation. It's all hard with the PMDD because it's not my normal appetite. I don't know how to eat for it in a healthy way. Because for years I just ate whatever I wanted, thinking it was intuitive eating, not realising it was hormone driven. Yeah, so hormone driven, you know. And culturally, PMS is an acceptable time to sit down with the whole pint of ice cream on the couch with a spoon and go for it, you know, go to town. So I really ran with that with the intuitive eating. I'm listening to my body, I'm doing what I need to do, you know. Okay, there's intuitive eating and then there's PMDD. That's a bit different. So, yeah. Alright, that's got in. That's satisfied that urge to shovel now, so I think I can slow down. I eat the rest of this off camera. Yeah, I think my body feels heard. I've listened to it. I've got a game plan for next time if this doesn't work with the bread. And that's the reason we have the frozen
hash browns and crumb fish and things in the freezer. Not just because they're easy and convenient, but if I really get that strong fish and chips urge, I can soothe that, so I can make it into a fish burger. I can put in a wrap and smother it with lemon juice or malt vinegar, whatever I want to do, I can do. I can have 3 pieces of fish if I like, instead of, you know, one big fatty. The fat's not the problem, it's a big, overly fatty, greasy, and it makes me leaves me feeling yuck. The fish and chips now, it's too greasy. No, dipping that doesn't do it. Doesn't soak it up and become that yummy dumpling texture, like with the bread, soft, squishy bread that's filled with the juice. Yeah. Okay, learning stuff. Okay, I'm about 2/3 of the way through this. I think I need to go. I need to concentrate on this last third to make sure that I don't overeat just because I'm chatting away. Check in with my hunger as I go. This is what it takes. This is what's been taking for me to figure out my appetite, especially this time of my cycle. So I'll check in when I next feel the urge to. Bye. No, you can't have any, darling. I'm over at Mum and Dad's. They're running their heater today, so rather than have mine going as well, I've come over to hang out at their place. I've got some toast, a mandarin, a very, very ripe pear. It looked nice and green, but whoa! I've got some. No, you may not have any. Vegemite toast. And a cup of tea. And now I'm going to lay down on this comfy couch with the boy and play some Tears of the Kingdom. I've got lots of Hudsons to find. Well, not lots, but I'm down to the last few, and they're everywhere, and I can't find them, and it's frustrating me. But it'll be fun. Fun way to pass the time. I can lay down and just chill out. Go get this pear down first. Whoa, so sweet. I'm being quick because I'm going to come back in from outside. And I'll probably say something. I'll have to start all over again. Ask me how I know that. This isn't the first time I've shot this. Okay, bye. I'm hiding up here in Mum and Dad's ensuite because they're out there chatting still. They're renovating next door as well. But they're all chatting and I can't get a word in edgewise, and it feels really weird asking them to just say, hey, can you shut the F up because I want to record something? So I snuck up here after eating my food. That's why that's silent. And I haven't figured out how to do an audio over narration thing. And I haven't figured out how to narrate over the top of that yet, so it's just quiet, and I'm up here saying what I need to say. I'm ravenous today. They are too. They said it's cold, it's damp, it's miserable, they're hungry. I don't know how, I'll have to check the timestamp. I can't remember how long it's been since I ate that toast and fruit, but I'm starving today. There's an old Aussie saying, I don't know if it's elsewhere as well, but I'm hungry enough to eat a horse and chase the rider. I'm so hungry. So I'm hoping that dinner, it's only an hour, it's like 2 o'clock, and I'm having that dinner, so I'm having that a bit earlier It'll help. It doesn't help that I've been up since so early either. Lack of sleep. That means my meal times have shifted back a bit. But oh God, I'm so hungry today. This PMDD is infuriating. I don't want to be eating this much, but I'm so hungry. It's like Augustus Gloop. I just can't stop. At least I'm trying to make better choices. So that's a win. All right, I'll see you at the next mealtime, whatever that may be. Bye. Okay, last night was hard because not only was my family over, but their friend, then her boyfriend came over, and he's a really loud talker. So that last little snack I had to eat up in my parents' room so I could film anything. So that's also why that's quiet as well. And I really wasn't sure how to show that I'd eaten. It was actually the first meal of the day that I hadn't finished the whole thing. It had been about 8 hours, no, 6 hours since I'd had the nachos, and they had the heating going, and I was so hot. I just wanted something crisp and fresh. I didn't even want any dressing on the salad. I just want crisp, crunchy veggies, crunchy carrot sticks, the crunchy crackers, the nice rich egg, and then the sweet dried apricots on the side. And this morning I haven't been that hungry either. I just had a slice of toast with an egg, a Vegemite slice of toast with an egg, and it's been 2 hours since I ate that, and it's helped me. So even during PMDD stages, the appetite is unpredictable, and that's also frustrating. So yeah, if you sat through all that with me, thanks for that. It's a process. As you can see, I'm having to learn stuff all the time. Yeah, the first half of the day I was ravenous, absolutely ravenous. For a good 8 hours, I was just hungry. And I think it's the lack of sleep definitely plays into that, because I'd had like 3 hours sleep 2 nights in a row, uninterrupted sleep, and it was just, my body said, if you can't give me food, can't give me sleep, give me food. So that was added to it. I did end up finishing the whole bowl of the taco soup. It was delicious. And eating that rich, comforting food earlier in the day, I think, did the trick. The nachos with the added tin of tuna. And it was tuna in oil that was drained, so it was also not the tuna in water. We have different varieties, so depending on how I feel, how they feel. Sometimes I want the rich umami, or I want that as part of my salad dressing when I tip it on the salad. So combined with the lower fat cheeses, then that gives the unctuousness that I've been talking about with the soup, because the quesadilla also had the lower fat cheese. That's why I was saying to add a little bit more grease if I needed to, for that mouthfeel, that greasy mouthfeel that sometimes I want at the normal times too, but definitely at this time of the cycle. It was just really lovely laying on the couch playing Zelda all day, and it seemed to help with the fatigue. It was something I could do. It was interesting. I'd forgotten. I hadn't played it for months and months and months. Not a long period like that, because I'd play and I'd give up and roll over and just sulk or stew or just feel miserable. And then some days I'm too tired to actually play it. Even picking up the control and playing it is too hard, I must admit that. But yeah, the glamorous life of a vlogger, hiding up in the ensuite to film stuff because I don't know how to do the voiceovers. I told my mum about it later. She's cracked up. So yeah, this is all the behind the scenes stuff that people don't show you, all the awkward camera angles, all that stuff. So I'm trying to keep this as real as possible, because that is what it is, you know. This is my life. I was going somewhere with this, but I can't think where I was going. Let me see if I can bring it back. Okay, I just remembered to go back and check the timestamps on the videos for what I ate yesterday. So this gives you an idea of how my appetite was across the day. I was up from 3 o'clock in the morning. Was definitely hungry by 6:30, but didn't want to eat that early. No, by 6. Didn't want to eat that early. It was too cold, didn't want to get up. So I hung on till 7:30-ish to start recording that video that's at the start of it. And then by 8 o'clock I was eating the yogurt. Then the soup, I was hungry for that at 10:20. The toast and fruit at 1 p.m. Then the big plate of nachos at 2 p.m. Well, big for me now. It's not big. I used to eat twice, 3 times as much of that easily. And then I wasn't hungry until 8 p.m. I even managed to get some steps in across the day. Got my goal. Took me ages, but I got it. And then rested. I just spent the rest of the day resting. It was nice. Mum and Dad were there to help my daughter with her dinner, so that was good. I didn't even need to do that. It was nice. So, yeah, as you saw, a whole lot of food between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. That's how hungry I was. And then big gap until 8 p.m. And this morning I was awake again. I had disturbed sleep all night long. There was no big chunks of sleep. And I was awake again. Wide awake at 6. And I'm going to hang on until 7-ish for breakfast and just wanted an egg and toast. And a cup of tea. But if I wanted a big cup of tea, I must have been thirsty after all that salt yesterday from the nachos and the soup and the Vegemite. So yeah, I had a big bad cup full of tea today. And that's been 2 hours since I ate that, and now I'm definitely starting to feel a bit peckish again. So I think I'll wrap this up here. This video is definitely long enough. I'm debating whether to put a clip in after this. Me getting all stressed about my hair because it's driving me nuts. I need to cut it. When the weather warms up, I'll cut it. This is my winter coat, and in summer I have a different haircut completely because it's just too hot. It's just my hair's really thick and I have lots of it, so it's unbearable in the summer. I really don't know how I used to have it waist length, but I had it like that for many years. So yeah, that wraps up a day of PMDD eating. What an adventure, huh? All right, if you stuck around this long, thanks very much, and I'll catch you later. Bye. My hair, I just want to... It's not long enough to put back. I just want to chop it off. I can't wait for summer when I can chop it off.